knowledge which will set us free. But it has to be supplemented by all the yogas. And Advaita does not deny the necessity of all the yogas. Shankaracharya in the Bhagavad Gita, he again and again emphasizes, you must do work. You must do work in an unselfish manner, as a worship of God. You must meditate, you must worship. But ultimately it is this philosophical insight. So really, does anybody say philosophy will enlighten you? Swami Vivekananda clearly says, each soul is potentially divine. The goal is to manifest this divinity within. Do it by, the first thing he says, by philosophy, that is Jnana Yoga. By psychic control, that is Dhyana, meditation. By love, that is Bhakti Yoga. Or work, that is Karma Yoga. By one or more or all of these and be free, that is the whole of religion. Books, temples, doctrines, churches are secondary details. Best definition of religion I ever heard. Comprehensive, precise and to the point. So all the yogas are useful. If we do not do all those other things and only listen to Vedanta talks and read books, we will come to the feeling that I have learned something very clever, very intelligent, very, very nice. And yes, I am the original Buddha. But still I'm miserable and weeping all the time. What is the use of a weeping Buddha? Not a very attractive picture. So the original Buddha should be peaceful and serene and happy. And that's what pulls other people, that yes, this person has found something which will be of use. I have met very Swamis who were enlightened. And one feeling I would always get is, I want what you have. It's incredibly attractive, this thing, that such a thing is possible. Not only are you uplifted, but everybody else around you is automatically, just by your own presence. Such a thing is possible. But it requires all the other practices too. Thank you, very, very good question. Often the way I teach, many people have this question that, yes, we begin to get what you're talking about, but it doesn't seem to make a difference in our lives. It seems awfully difficult. It seems difficult because the preliminary practices have not been strengthened. The preliminary practices must go on. But one thing I will stress, remember, it all boils down to this one breakthrough. You must make the breakthrough and realize that you are this self, this pure consciousness. Even if I'll go so far as to say, even if the other preparations are not complete, the breakthrough can still be made. All that you have to do is afterwards you have to complete those preparations again. How does it work? All the other yogas prepare the mind for this breakthrough, for this enlightenment. If the mind is ready, the enlightenment comes. And it's done. Nothing really more needs to be done. But if the mind is not ready, and enlightenment still comes, it's possible. Enlightenment still comes. Then what you need to do is to get the full benefit of that enlightenment. Those same preparations have to be gone through. This has been very nicely analyzed in a text called Jivan Mukti Viveka, the analysis of freedom while living. There, Vidyaranya, the one who wrote Panchadashi, he writes, 3 things are involved in this Jivan Mukti, the highest ideal of Vedanta, being free while living in this body. Three components are there. First is enlightenment. He calls it Tattva Bodha, realization of reality. Tattva Bodha. What is that realization of reality? I am Brahman. I am that Turiyam. I am that Adi Buddha, Adi Shantaha. That is realization of reality. That's first. This must be supported by what he calls Manonasha. Literally it means destruction of the mind, what I spoke about no mind earlier. Destruction of the mind does not mean you become brain dead, become a zombie. No. It means the mind will be there. It's fully working, but you realize you are not the mind. It's an instrument. It's an app. An app. So the mind is something that you use, but it's not you. Manonasha. How is that accomplished? Through meditation. And the third component is called Vasanakshaya. That means, it simply means, literally means decay of desire. basically purity of mind. So that's what I just mentioned, three things. Ignorance removed by enlightenment, distraction removed by concentration, impurity removed by purity. Question, one more point. Somebody may ask, suppose you just said that it is possible to be enlightened and yet other things may not be complete. What will happen to such a person? Vidyaranya discusses this. He says, you may actually get it, that you are Brahman, seriously in a very deep sense. But if the other preparations are not complete, you will not be easily able to manifest that knowledge in your life. Day-to-day living, what you know to be real, what you have already felt to be real, it will be a struggle to manifest that in day-to-day life. It's because the mind is rebelling against that. If the mind is purified and under control, it will immediately manifest your realization. Yeah.